Oh, alrighty. Looks like we are live. We are live. Welcome, everyone. Welcome back. This is sort of the grand debut of the streaming. I've put a lot of time in trying to set up the stream. It's going to be a bit different, hopefully more fun. I guess we'll see what is in store, but we're going to start with some Blitz. Um, and then, as promised, we are eventually going to look at the build up your chess. So we'll learn some chess together. I really need to work on, like, I need to prepare for my over the board games um, and need to prepare for the over the board games and all sorts of stuff. So lots in store. Hopefully, you guys get something out of it, whether it's educational or just some good times. So here we go. Let's start this thing. We're gonna start. Here we go. All right. All right, all right, all right. And for anyone who is watching, chatbots are set up. Use those things. If you want commands, type exclamation mark commands. I had never done that before, so let's hold on. Is Twitch not live? Twitch is live. Okay. It was just being weird. Connection unstable. Great. Maybe I should let's see here if I can switch the bit rate. I mean, it looks okay, but Twitch is having a problem here. Well, I don't know. Y'all let me know on Twitch, like if it seems to be okay. I might need to turn down the bit rates. Anyways, here we go, guys. Let's warm up with some chess. I'm currently trying to bring my blitz back to a decent rating, as well as my in fact, I need to make sure that trying to get my blitz rating back up a little bit, as well as my like rapid rating eventually. But anyways, here we go. You can just castle, I guess, but wait. What if I go takes and bishop here? Let's see what happens. Kind of wanted to go knight there, but he'll just castle. Because maybe I can go here and here. Yeah, or he just castles. Whoops. Probably knight there. Could trade off bishops. Yeah. Actually, I can't. Okay, this is probably a bad idea. That's all right. Let's keep the bishop interesting. Okay. I don't know. Let's jump my knight in, I suppose. Now he can't come here. Now I could go here with the knight. What's up, Magister? I appreciate it. Let's say tonight the goal Takes. Tonight the goal is not necessarily to improve. I'll say that. Oh shit, that was a blunder. Is it? Goal is not necessarily to improve. We're just trying to have fun, at least for tonight. Yeah, this was just straight up a blunder. That's all right. That's just okay. We gotta warm up. This game is a goner. Yeah, this is bad. This is not good. This is not good, guys. Not good.
That's a good move. I can't believe it. I'm losing to a rug.
Not liking this. Take it easy on me, bud. Take it easy on me. Don't do that. That was a blunder. I'll sink the knight in here now, I suppose. I don't know, I could make a comeback here, maybe. No, probably not. Okay. Right. I got 11 seconds. I should not be trading, but I don't really know what to do. Wait a sec. Okay, no. I have no chance. Oh boy. Gotta play fast. No. 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 Are you still playing at the club in Paris, or life too busy, or what? I've been too busy for club play myself. I have been playing like my team matches with my club, but not so much at the actual club. I'm trying to get back into it. But yeah, I still do like the national games and the like the division games that are about once a month, once every 2 weeks sometimes. Surprisingly, playing Blitz and like messing around with the stream is really hard to concentrate and do things. That's okay. Virtually like impossible with bullet chess, I imagine. Okay, that's a weird move, I guess. Oh, whoops, I thought the... Okay, well, here goes another game. Okay, here we go. Okay, all right. Okay.
I've made a huge mistake.
Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. Stop it. Please stop that. Probably just take my knight. That's what I would do. Legitimately? What's up, Roxos? Oh, Yeah, I know. What? Huh? Okay. I mean, I guess that's a move, I suppose. I'm mostly just distracted. I've got a lot of things on the stream that I'm trying to manage. There's some new stuff, and that's not helping. Last night, I was playing a bunch of Blitz, but like obviously without all the stream stuff, which made it easier. We'll get there. We'll get there. We will get there. I need to open up my bishop. Maybe I can go for some cheeky checkmate stuff. For example, probably go here. I can drop back. Oh, that's... Hmm. 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 That's a free piece as far as I'm concerned. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let me think for just a quick second here. So if I can get here, that'd be cool. Here, here, here. Maybe he sacks. Let's try it anyways. I mean, I could have taken that pawn, but it's just kind of encouraging him to develop the rook. How does he stop that? If he goes here, he loses the queen. Uh-oh. 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 Ah. Oh. Ah. Okay, I should not lose this from just time, though. Please remove yourself from this vicinity, sir. I'm going to need you to get right out. Right out of here. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, my wife is right. This wine tastes kind of interesting for, like, not the cheapest wine. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right. We'll go again. So, yeah, I'm actually thinking with all these, like, stupid new things that I added to my stream, it's going to be much easier with rapid chess. Even then, 10-minute rapid chess can be pretty intense. So, like, but blitz is pretty hard already, and bullet chess is going to be, like, unimaginable. Unimaginable. I'm going to stop you right there, mister. I'm going to stop you right there. Little intermezzo move. Here, takes. Doesn't seem like that's all that worth it, so I'll just take. This looks all right. That bishop looks pretty sad. Go queen here. What are you using the streaming effects? Interested in starting myself. So like for most of the time that I've played, I've just, like pretty simple stuff. So I guess some basic alerts like for followers from followers. I've like literally never gotten subscriptions yet. I think that you really have to be like pretty dedicated to streaming to start getting people subscribing and stuff. Some basic alerts is definitely good. What I just set up was a lot of just different media clips and voice effects. Like here, let's see guys, let's see here. Normally, you should hear my crazy anime mic right now. And then if I switch it back, just silly stuff. I don't know. But definitely, I encourage anyone and everyone to stream, if not for just the fun of it. Okay, this bishop sucks. I want him to be better. That's a blunder too. I don't like this. What do I do? I don't know. Okay, that I was kind of wanting. Because now... oh, that would be a blunder. Take it easy. Oh, I see. Okay, yes. This is actually a little bit scary. Like, a lot scary. Right. Do I just sack the bishop? Well, we have no time, so I'm going to do that. This still doesn't work. But if I trade everything down... Okay, he's just going to hit. He's going to... This is... Wait, let's use this as the...
Don't kill me. Please. I'll never tell anyone.
What's up, Go Gollum? Ouch. I should actually, like, analyze some of these games. Absolute garbage. This is really hard to concentrate. Honestly, so guys, I'm going to play a little bit of Blitz here just for fun, just to warm up. Then we'll take a look at some educational chess. This is a blender. Okay. I didn't like this opening. It's kind of a weird opening I'm not very used to. Dude, legit, like, let's switch to 5 minutes, actually. That'll give me a little bit more time. Normally, I like playing 3-minute blitz, and I like the, or maybe 3-minute, 2-second increments. That's nice. I like that. I like increments. I did get annihilated. Hey. Hey. Take it easy. I did get annihilated there. Here's what we're going to do, guys. Bring in the high fucking energy here. The high energy. This kind of energy right here is what I'm talking about. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Portuguese. Come on. Okay, I didn't want you to do that, but... Okay. I always forget what to do. I think I can just go queen h5 here. And then if you push it, I'll just long castle. And then maybe e5. Dude, is that... Okay. Here. So you can't really push. I think I'm playing this right so far. I think. Yeah, that's just doesn't work. Wait, oh, it does. Wait, no. What? No, I'm sorry. It doesn't. He can't take the knight, but I can threaten his knight, which is exactly what I'll do. Exactly what I'll do. How about we test that follower button, huh? How about someone who's watching right now, which is not many people yet, hits that follow button if you have not yet followed. Let's test it out, huh? Oh, mama. Who followed? Who followed? Now I actually have to find out who the hell. Yes, Raxos. Thank you. C'était bien la touche? On est live. Oh. Thank you for the follow, Raxos. Much appreciated. Can I go here? No. Let's take this first. We could try to double up, because that queen is still just kind of stuck there. This surely doesn't takes. Let's try. Grove, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh, so Twitch is just straight up not working. It says that I have maybe I do only have one viewer. I don't know. Much appreciated. This is a bit easier. 3 minutes, 2-second increments. A bit easier. Kind of hard for me to see the follows though. I guess I just have to look at the chats. What was my idea here? To throw this move in? Oh, wait, yeah, no, this works. My thinking is that it opens up the G file. You know what they say about G files. I was confused why I'm the only one here. It takes time. You're nothing to be confused about. I literally haven't streamed in a long time. People, it takes them some time. But hey, we got 2 followers, so that's a win. I forgot who was asking. Is it Magister? Setting up streams and stuff, like legit streaming, there's so much that can go into it if you really want to take it seriously, most of which I have not even begun to do. But, one thing I was just thinking of is, what the hell was I just thinking of? Dude, I'm so hard to concentrate on everything. What was I thinking of? What was I thinking of? What the hell was I just thinking of? It'll come back to me. This looks like a decent move. Because why not? Oh, we're like, this is good. This position, I think black is definitely better here. I could be wrong. Have this funky doubled pawns, but there's stuff going on, you know? Things are happening. What is he doing with that queen? What does he want to do? This doesn't work. That? Okay, well, maybe I'll just rotate back here, here. Here, here, here. Come on.
Snowflake.
Come on. Oh my god,
Here's
what just
Snowflake.
happened? Okay, I need to switch that hotkey. I just totally
I've got a
messed
little
up.
snack for you.
Come on. Let me do it. I want to do it. Can I not do this? Whoa, wait, what? We're okay still. We're all right. You're all right. Because here takes, oh boy, no, hold on. Here takes check. Oh no, I think I'm okay. I have 28, other than the fact that I have 28 seconds is what I would say. Intense. I'm going to go ahead and take that. And that might have been a mistake. A big one, actually. Shit. This is not good. Okay. Well. Okay. Whoops. Whoops. Three-minute, 2-second increments is definitely a different feel. I don't want to. I also don't like this music. Sounds like something, I don't know how to explain it. Sounds like copyright free music. Where you're like, it was okay. It's like digestible, but please stop. Let me live. That is meat. Like what things? I am just seeing this. I don't remember what we were talking about. Well, let's see if my opponent can find a way to mate me. That's an interesting way to mate me. I'm just going to sack all the pawns and try to go for a stalemate. First step, get them to play fast so that they're not thinking. Second step, just make a bunch of random king moves, you know. Put yourself in awkward positions. And then boom. Okay, this is a ladder mate is not looking good for a stalemate. I don't like this. I don't like this.
Well,
I don't like
we
this.
just don't know.
This is not nice. Hard. Okay. Um, Here we go. Let's go again. It's the music. That's what's off. I'm telling you guys. Let's fix that right now. That that song actually sounded all right. Let's like play quick and gain some time, and then I can mess around a little bit. Watch, he's gonna do this and be like, "Look, I'm gonna take D4. I'm gonna take D4." What did I just say? I bet. Let's just wait. Let's wait. I'm gonna take D4. I called it. I did. Actually, maybe taking with the A pawn. And that doesn't look right though, at all. The rook's not there anymore. But okay, let's attack the bishop, and then maybe I can stick something there. He probably wants to come here, but this also prevents that. Ah. I don't want that knight. No, thank you. Oh, that reminds me. That. I've got a sound sample I've got to add here. It just came to me. Thanks. If y'all who are on, oh, that's a good move. Who are on Twitch or Kick, I think it should work on Kick as well. If you guys want the music, you just have to type !song. I'm going to be playing music frequently. And I can always switch it up. Right now it's Synthwave. That's a good move. I would appreciate if you'd stop that, making those good moves. Damn it. They're really... I mean, this didn't threaten anything at all, but I like putting my piece here. This is probably a more productive move. Where are you going? Where's your king going? Right. Right. Here, but then I can check and it gives me the e5 square. Does this rook really, let's see, if we push, like you can just push, I could keep, like, I don't, because I can also try to double up, you know. What do I do? Do I double up? Oh, let's just move. Can you play that? No. But you can play that. Right. Here. Fine. Fine. I see how it is. here. Just create some luft. Like here, maybe. Okay, well. Boy, yeah, I don't really know. Did it work? Oh, okay, I need to set up. The song doesn't work on Kick. It works on Twitch. It should. I need to set that up for what? Failed to stream. Okay, hold on. We gotta fix that. 1 sec afterwards. Hold on. It's because is Nightbot open? Should be. What's going on? Like I theoretically could still be in this game. I could still win this, but I feel so distracted right now. I think soon here we'll okay. All right, hold on. Let's fix this, guys. What's going on? Oh, okay, so it's working on Twitch now. Stream elements. I have to set up on stream elements. Nightbot is working, but I don't have Nightbot. How do I set up Nightbot on Kick? Is Nightbot? Let's not do it here. Hold on 1 sec, guys. I don't know if Nightbot works with. No, I don't think it is. I have to set it up on stream elements. I'm not really sure. There's a way to do this. There is a way to do this. I'll do it later. Sorry. But hey, Raxos, you know what you can do? You can go over to Twitch and you can follow me there and then you can get the song. Otherwise, it's this song right here is Go by Wolf Club. Okay. All right. That was terrible. That was terrible. That was terrible. I'm thinking what we can do here. Like play more Blitz. Play more Blitz. Because I'm wanting to do this like educational kind of speed run or this educational series where we go through different books that I have yet to read myself. Obviously, it's like a little bit slower pace. All right, we're gonna do 3 more Blitz games, and then we're moving on. Moving on to I don't know what. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Where are you going with that bishop? Like I should probably get my knight out, but part of me is tempted to just launch a bit of an attack here. You know what, buddy? You can wait. You can wait. You stay home. As tempting as that is, I ain't doing it. This is far more tempting. Oh, yeah. Ow. Okay, that I should have probably considered that. Right. That shouldn't be a huge deal. I'm playing like a total weirdo, guys. Oh, ow. Like big time ow. That does not, I don't like that. I, ow. Like here. Oh, that's not check. Okay, what am I doing? I thought this was check. Hmm. Yeah, I just need to make sure that there's no check. How's everyone doing? How y'all doing? Greatly appreciate if you would leave my queen alone. Yeah, this kind of hurts. You can block with a knight. All right, this deserves. What does this deserve? What does this deserve?
That's a good move. I can't believe it. I'm losing to a rug.
It's like literally all I have. No. My queen is antisocial. I don't want to be around you, all right? I want none of that. None of this is good. Well, if I go 94 right, oh god. If I go 94 right away, I can just take it with the knight. I was looking at that. I was looking at sacking the rook and all that jazz. Like I pretty much have to at this point. But there's nothing. Ah, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to go there. Good game. All right, I got two more of this absolute slaughter. Okay, I'll actually try to focus as best I can for this. Knight e4, rook g2 to win the queen. Like, I think when you said that, knight e4 was right around here somewhere. Oh, right. You're talking about here. Knight e4 takes check. Yeah. Wow, I hadn't considered that. I was playing kind of quickly there. I was looking at this, but I was just like, oh no, he can just take the knight. Good shout out there. Cause yeah, right? Like check here. No matter where he moves the king. I mean, if he takes the rook, you win the king and you win. No, not necessarily the knight. It's still losing, but yeah, it's a good idea. Oh. All right. Let's do like. What's that, guys? Let's switch up the music. What's up, Astrohead? Thank you from Stockholm. Yeah, getting some sleep on a Friday night, eh? So let's see, what time is it in Stockholm? It must be. I actually don't know. It can't be that big of a time difference from Paris. I don't know. I just want to pick like. What's that, guys? I need something HYPHY to get me through this. This is not HYPHY enough. There we go. All right. We're ready. We're ready. All right, let's go. Ready? This kind of energy right now. Here we go. Immediate KO. Let's go. Reptile. That's fine. Not the best move, though. No way. No way. That knight wasn't doing that much, I guess. But this is okay. Oh, that was actually bad. Bad, Wesley. Bad. Just opened up his bishop. I didn't realize that. Wait, hold on. Takes here. Ugh. Hold on. Takes here. Queen here's not possible. T'as toutes mes affaires sur toi? Hein? Je vais ranger. Well, I mean, this is kind of what I was hoping he would play, but let's see. Let's just calculate. Takes here. Check. This looks interesting enough. Unless I'm like blundering something. Yeah, no, this looks no, this looks fine. Bishop takes, knight takes, queen here. Takes, check here, check. I can't take the knight, but like it looks dangerous enough. Dangerous enough. But I could totally be wrong here, so yeah. Yeah, there's just nothing. Whoopsie daisy. Ouch. Owie. I guess, like, theoretically, material's even, right? Okay, this bishop's starting to get... To activate the other rook. I guess, like, no, it's not worth... I do not know what I'm doing. Tonight is not a good night to grind my Blitz rating. Blitz rating, that's for sure. He's got so much time. He's got so much time. Ow. Was this game 2 or 3? This is game 3, right? Right. This is kind of the more boring part of a 3-minute, 2-second increment, though, I will say. Like, there's no real flagging. Not really. Even though, like, black is clearly winning here, it's just kind of meh. But you do kind of have to prove yourself in terms of technique. Like, as such. How are you doing with your rapid? Did you end up reaching 2,000? Oh boy. That's been on a long time hold. I got to like 1996. I got to like 1996 or something. And then plummeted like many others. My rating just plummeted. And then honestly, I just was so exhausted with like the fixation with ELO and rating and stuff. And at the time I was playing a lot of over the board chess too, so I was trying to get more into over the board chess. So that's what happened to it. But yeah, I'll still do it. I'll still get back to it. I just need to like literally start playing more rapid chess consistently and then improve my chess overall, which I have not been doing either of. Was that 3 games? I'm gonna say that was 3 games because the results here are. Have I literally lost every game? No, I won 1 game tonight. Tonight's not the game to grind out Blitz. All right, so here's what my idea is. I think it was 1996. Let's see. When was that even? That was about a little over a year ago. Because right now I'm 1874, which is like one of my lower ratings. And what? Basically, yeah, okay, 1993. Hey, the year I was born. There you go. My highest rating. Maybe it was just meant to be. Maybe I was just meant to keep my all-time highest rating at 1993. No, I'll get back to it. My thoughts were to start going through Build Up Your Chess by Artur Yusupov. I need to start actually playing and preparing for some chess. So let me think here. Let's start with I'm gonna take you guys through like what I would literally just do on my own if I were just studying and trying to get better. Starting with openings because my openings are like really rusty right now. When I play, I'm kind of just like it's nice to know, when you know you're in theory, when you know you have a good position, you've played the best moves, yada yada, and especially the traps too. And I've just forgotten all these traps. So maybe let's start with I'll take you guys through some traps if anyone plays D4 London system. The Scandinavian, the Knight F6 variation is pretty specific. Someday I'm going to move on from these openings, but what openings do I know? I mean, theoretically, I know a decent amount of openings. I wouldn't say all the openings, but like I was pretty obsessed at one moment in time. Like any new opening that I faced, I would analyze it and brush up on it, especially when I was an E4 player. So like if you consider a super elementary level knowledge on openings, then I know a lot. But like, can I play them well? No. I exclusively play D4 London system and D5 Scandinavian lately, or D5 like against Queen's Gambit. Or let me I'm gonna take a really quick break, guys. I'll be back, and then yeah, let's go through. I'll go through some traps, go through some openings, and then if we have time, we'll start like the beginning of this book. We'll go through the openings, the beginning of this book, because I've heard it's really good. And then I have a bunch of other books that I'm going to be going through with y'all in an effort to like improve my own chess and get better, prepare for my over the board chess season. And then, I don't know, you guys can learn with me. So give me one moment. I'll be back.
can't believe it. I'm losing to a rug.
I believe in miracles. Where you from? You sexy thing, sexy thing. You.
Sorry, guys.
I believe in miracles.
Blasted
Since you came.
every single media clip. Hold on, how do I stop that? It's done now. It's done. I need to fix that. Moving on. Pretend that didn't happen. All right. Traps. Let's learn some traps. London traps. We'll start with some London system traps. If there's any London players. This is my little tiny repertoire of London traps. So surprising to have more viewers on Kick than any other platform. Go Kick. Big supporter of Kick. Okay. D4, obviously. And these are all saved. So knight f6. Let's see here. And what's cool about these traps is like, this is a London system, but there's literally 6 or 7 different traps here that basically win you the game. So this setup starts here. This is like literally the typical London setup here. C5, C3, all this good stuff. Bishop's going to come out here. Knight comes out, castles, bishop d3. And then b6 here. It's not yet a mistake, but there's a trap. So the trap starts with e4. All right. E4, E4. And then boom.
Hi, Georgie. Oh,
We did lay the
come
trap.
on, bucko. Don't you want a balloon?
Why is it not working? Hold on. Okay, if he takes, bishop here. You have to throw in the move c5 here. So this none of this looks very obvious, but you can see, you guys can't see, I'll set this up later, the eval bar, but white's just slightly better. You start by taking on c5. I can't remember why. We'll get to that. c5, queen a4. He's got to do something about the knight, and then basically like the queen just can't really go anywhere, because I believe rook can come to d1. Anyways, if the knight moves, which is makes sense, you throw in the move rook d1, hitting the queen, and then let me think here. What's the trap? Takes. Not what you thought, right? Okay, even I forgot. Like literally, this is good that I'm going over these traps again because I have forgotten a lot of these. So, queen e8, and then bishop takes h7, brilliant move. If the king takes, queen h4 check, king back, and then you guys should know this. This is pretty typical stuff. He can't even move the rook too. That's part of why queen e8 is a blunder, let's just call it, because he can't even move the rook to create space for his king. So yeah, like this is just game over. Although, let's see, bishop e4 keeps the, let's see, hold on, let's keep this going actually. He basically just has to sack the, yeah, he just has to sack a bishop to keep it going, and then we take. So, once again, let's go through this again. Here, typical London setup, castles, bishop d3, and then if b6, e4, plus like the idea usually in the London is the e4 or e5 break for black or for white. So e4 makes sense anyways. Takes, exchange, and then throw in c5, bishop takes, queen a4, and like here he's got to do something. So it's kind of already going into the forcing lines here. He's got to do something. I don't even know, like, can he, if he goes here, let's just say queen d7, probably rook d1, and then like can't go here. He could go here. And I think the trap continues, but I haven't saved this. Bishop. Okay, so here you go. The queen goes back this way. Bishop takes h7 check. And then same thing. Queen h4. King g8. Knight g5. Rook d8. Castles is the best move here. Whatever. This is winning. And otherwise you have knight h5. All right, that's the first trap. And then if c5 right away, e3, knight f3. Okay, what? This is like the end of the line? Something's wrong here. Hold on. I have the traps. Bishop g4 trap. All right, let's start with this one then. So c5, c3, bishop g4. This is a really aggressive line. It's actually kind of annoying to play against. Bishop g4. Oh, right, this one. I think I know this one. I think I remember this one. Pretty typical setup other than the bishop being on g4 as black. If knight c6, then you have this really cool move. This is really fun. Queen h4, the bishop's going to come out here. So let's just say he goes bishop a6. You can actually throw in bishop a6. If he were to take, then you take, you're threatening the rook and the knight. Can't really hold on to both of them, and that bishop is being attacked. Temporarily down a piece, but we're going to get that back. So let's just say he moves the rook over. Obviously we have check. And then, like, let's say king f8. Yeah, just he takes f4. And then we are up 4 points of material. The knight's defended. Like, knight takes d4. Yeah. That's that trap. This one's really fun. I don't know if this has to be, if the bishop has to be out here on g4 for this to work. I've used this trap before. I think I've actually gotten this in a classical game. It's pretty cool. But, yeah, whenever you see, like, b7 and the knight here, sometimes you can bring the queen out and keep in mind this idea of bishop a6, because if he takes with check, and then it's basically like just winning. All right, that is the second trap. Bishop e7 trap. All right, so this one, bishop e7, like, again, this all is just really typical London system positions. So far, c5, you got the classic pyramid setup, c5, knight c6, knight f3, and then if bishop e7, the trap starts here. This is like where I wrote, you know, the trap, bishop e7 trap. Bishop e7, bishop d3, like seriously super common. That's why I love these traps, because in almost every London position, you have the potential to like lay these traps, and none of them are like traps where if it doesn't work, then it's just a bad move. They're all perfectly sound moves. Okay, bishop e7, castles, knight e5, if takes, pawn takes, knight back. Let's see if I can remember. Yeah, I like literally don't remember this. See, there's probably countless times I've played this. I've gotten this position and I just forgot the trap, so I didn't play this. H4. White's not like winning right away or anything, but H4. And then if takes, like, yeah, it's just basically game over. This would be better for blitz or bullet, especially, you know, if you find yourself in this position. It often, if I remember, like anytime the knight is not on f6, which is why this move, you know, e5 is really good. Whenever the knight is not on f6, there's always potential for Greek gift sacrifices, and it's always something good to keep an eye out for. H4, and if takes, queen h5, you're threatening the bishop, and let's just say like g6 is tempting. You just, okay, so you don't take the bishop. You could and be up material, theoretically, right? Like, let's just say we take, still winning for white, but it actually says it's best. But queen h6, interesting. Why would this, because like we're not really threatening. Okay, queen h6, let's just follow this through. f5. It still doesn't even want you to take the bishop. it says e takes, and then like rook takes could be, no, so let's say queen takes h4, rook takes. Okay, now we take the bishop, and then we're threatening mate in 1, rook f7, knight f3, queen g7, queen g5. Well, this keeps going, but whatever. Basically here, the point is queen h5. And then, like, if you wanted to, honestly, I don't know. Let's just see. If we take here, like, I would just take the bishop, honestly, because white is winning here. White's up 4 points. What opening Greek gift because you want to take with the rook? Yes. If you're talking about this one, yes. It's kind of weird Greek gift. Like, you don't even, it's not a Greek gift yet because you don't take, you just go queen h5 immediately. All right, so this one comes from just a very harmless bishop e7. Bishop e7, bishop d3, like literally the typical London setup here on white side. And pretty much the typical counter as black, like c5, the knight is out on c6. This is pretty typical. Black might go b6, you know, but anyways, he'll probably castle first. Then if he castles, knight e5, like probably they'll take. They might not, but there's probably 40 or 50% chances they take. You take back with the pawn. This is all so far forced. If they end up taking with the knight and pawn takes, this is all pretty much forced, right? Like they could go back here, but that looks terrible. So knight back to d7, h4. And then you lay the trap. And then
Hi, Georgie.
lay the trap.
Come on, Bucko.
Okay.
Don't you
That
want a
was the
balloon?
third trap. And then we have, what else? Bishop b6. We already saw this one, right? Wait, what is happening? Why is it? Yeah, we already saw the b6 trap. Rook e8. All right. Rook e8 trap. So now this is a bit different. The bishop is on d6. So let's say this happens a lot too. Bishop comes out. I usually drop back. I go bishop g3. C5. C3. So far, like, again, totally typical London positions. I mean, the bishop is wanting to come out here. C5 is played. Bishop is often on here. Anyways, typical setup. Castles, bishop d3. And actually here from this position, there's 3 potential trap lines. So let me actually remember this. Bishop d3, there's 3 potential trap lines. If you guys are wondering too, I got these from, I think it was like Eric Rosen, Amon Hamilton, both really good London players. Eric Rosen as well, like you guys probably know, super tricky player, knows a lot of traps. I don't remember this playlist. I actually kind of like this. Anyways. Okay, so we're here. We were going to do the rook e8. Okay, so rook e8. Perfectly normal move. This is still a book move. For me, this is where the next trap starts. Rook e8, knight e5. And then basically black just starts adding pressure to the e5 square. Because right now, white is slightly better as far as I'm concerned because we have control over the e5 square. We have a knight on the e5 square, and black cannot put anything on the e4 square. So he's going to try to remove that knight from the e4 square, or the e5 square, right? So queen e7 is one way to put pressure. And then what else? Well, he's probably going to drop back with a knight. So queen e7, f4. This is just like a sound move in any London opening. He still can't jump in. So we might say we're weakening the f or the e4 square, but he can't jump the knight in still. He could do something like, I don't know, maybe c4, but it doesn't really do much. f4, knight back to d7. As soon as you guys see this position, this is pattern recognition as far as I'm concerned. This is not the only exact position where this works. There are countless Greek gift sacrifices that start from this position. When the knight leaves f6, like I said, the knight leaves f6. And I'm not even saying this from like my personal observation. This is also, I got that from Eric Rosen. I remember him saying I think it was Eric Rosen. Like often when the knight leaves f6, you know, maybe it was Gotham Chess, whatever. The knight leaves f6, and when you see this position with the two knights, like, what do we notice here? What do we notice? Let me actually ask, and we'll see if anyone is watching or paying attention. What do you guys notice in this position, other than the pressure being put on e5? Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Answer. Take your time. Yes. But why? Time to attack. Why? Raxos, my guy. You're my guy. You're my dude. Dude, YouTube has like an astonishing low viewership for this stream. Usually YouTube does better for me because I have a big YouTube channel. Because knight stops defending h7 maybe. Yeah, like pretty much. So the knight stopped defending h7. That's why the knight on f6 knight not being on f6 makes the king vulnerable because he's not defending h7. You should always look for Greek gift sacrifices. Check if they work. Kind of a little bit melancholy, but Daniel Naroditsky was one of the best like teachers that I have seen explain this concept to me. When the Greek gift sacrifice works and when it doesn't work. I couldn't find the video where it explains this. I think I just watched one of his streams or videos, but you know, basically for a Greek gift sacrifice to work, you have to have the bishop lined up, obviously. The queen needs to be able to come out to h5, and usually nothing needs to be nothing needs to be attacking or defending the g5 square, because usually there's knight jumps into g5. So if you can just take like the bishop, it doesn't work. Those are like three, I think, ingredients you need for the Greek gift. So bishop can take on h7, nothing's defending h7. Queen can come out to h5, and the g5 square is not defended. That is like the recipe for a sound Greek gift sacrifice. Even better if the rook is not defending f7, because you can often like come out here, you'll take, sometimes the king scoots over, that would be a mate, but you like go here, take. There's this whole mating pattern. Again, Daniel Naroditsky, I can remember that from watching his videos. Anyway. Nothing is defending those pawns on the king side. We have like artillery ready to come in. So knight d7 is a blunder. White is already winning. Bishop takes h7, Greek gift. But this is not a typical Greek gift, right? This is actually it's not a typical Greek gift because the knight doesn't jump. We throw in queen h5 check, king goes back, and because the rook is not defending f7, we have this really, I believe it's a mating pattern. But let's just see here. So bishop takes, queen takes f7 first, forcing the king back. King goes back to h5 check, king back to h5 check, and now the pawn isn't there. And then we can take a look. There's certain mating patterns here, though. I can't remember exactly how this goes, but you go back, so basically like you take, king goes back, you go here again, and then there's mating patterns where you check. The king goes here or here maybe. I'm trying to remember. It's a mating pattern. Check, whatever. In this case, you just win the rook and then you win the game. All right. That was trap number 4, I believe. So let's go back. We started from, so instead of rook e8, again, here we have either b6, that's the first trap we went over, rook e8, we just went over this trap, and then you have queen e7. Dude, like I seriously regret not going over these and studying them. Oh, my voice is... Sorry. My voice is all echoey. Okay. That's the anime voice. That's my anime voice. That's my anime voice, like I'm thinking. to my stomach. That's weird. Queen e7. You guys can't see this, but this is a book move. So this is still perfectly sound for black. This is what's cool about these traps. If black plays flawlessly, the trap is still going to be available. Sorry. Did you understand, like, any of it? That's the most important. Yeah, sure. Okay. Queen e7. I believe this... Wait, what? Do I not have the continuation here? What's going on here? Oh, no. Queen e7. No, it's not that. Wait a second. Okay, maybe there's not a trap after Queen e7? I think it's just a move. Queen e7. 95. Let's just check this out really quick. 95. Rook b8 is a solid move, but I don't see a lot of 1800s playing that. 97. Okay, maybe there is something here. So this is, again, really typical. Knight d to f3 is the best move, though, so this isn't looking very trappy. a5. Not liking. A5, queen c2. White is slightly better, but no. I don't know if there's that trap here. So I think there's one last trap. Or was that it? Bishop b7. We have the bishop e7 trap. Bishop g4 trap, which we saw. The rook e8. Huh. Well, I'll have to go over this. There's probably more London traps to go over. I thought that there were like 6, and I feel like there's some missing in here that I didn't mark on my folder, but that's all right. Okay. Next. Scandinavian. Raxos, do you play, what do you play as openings? And if anyone is watching, put in the chat, what do you guys play as openings? Dude, Twitch is so sleepy. I don't know why. Twitch and YouTube, it's very strange. I played the Yurosov Gambit. Yurosov Gambit. 4 knights Sicilian against e4 and Semi-Slav against d4. Do you want to show me? I mean, we can go through... I can go through Scandinavian traps, but I'm actually kind of curious. Do you have a chess.com account? Come play. All right, Lee chess. I'd have to set it up. I can do that. I can do that. Give me a second. Call this one Lee chess. Okay, this should still be working. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna go to Lee chess. You can see my name, my Lee chess name. I need to change this at some point. I have it kind of anonymous because I usually just screw around on Lee chess. I only play on my phone, but all right, here we go. It did not work for some reason. Yeah, it didn't work. Why didn't it work? LeeChess.com study. What? Why don't you just friend me on Leechess and try inviting me to the study? I can't, it doesn't work. And I also need to see here, let me make sure the stream looks like. Whoa. Okay, here we go. Let's. Oh my God, what just happened? Sorry guys, one sec. I'm gonna make this look a little bit prettier. Dude, what is going on here? Oh, I see. That's why. Go ahead and throw me that old study. Okay. Let's just hide these right now. I put it in the chat. Just above you can see my my username. This is a study from my chess coach, I believe. How to eliminate blunders. There we go. Oh boy. All right. Show me. This should work. Like you can just move the pieces, right? You can just like move the pieces and we'll both be able to see it. The like this is an opening I've never heard of, so I'm actually genuinely curious. The Urasov Gambit. No, it doesn't work yet. I think you have to. How do we do this? Like, because I can go through it, but there's two members. That's weird. This should be working. Why wouldn't it be working for both in the study? I can move them, explore that. Yeah, all right. We can just do that for now. We can do that for now. I don't know why it's not showing them because I've done lead chess. I've used lead chess with my coach. He usually uses lead chess, and I know that like you can have both players moving. It only says okay. It says I'm a spectator. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Okay, let's see. So chapters. This is Urasov Gambit. There's Jesus 36 chapters. Oh, this is like your repertoire, right? Man, Leechess is pretty cool. I might switch over to Leechess for the studies because like legit chess.com has the worst like I don't know, the analysis and the saved studies for me is like not good. It's kind of embarrassing. It's so you can't even get to the analysis, the saved analyses without moving a piece first. You have to like move a piece and then this other thing appears to click on your saved analysis. It's like really bad. But this is like, oh, this is clean. You guys can't see this, but I can see 36 chapters. There's like a ton of different openings that apparently you have studied and set up. Okay, so this is the Urasov Gambit. Is the Urasov Gambit played as white or as black? And is there commentary? It's your repertoire. Careful. People are going to see repertoire. No. Okay. So e4, e5, bishop, c4, the bishop's opening. Oh my, this must be this. Okay, this must be playing as white. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. e4, e5, knight f6, d4 takes. Okay. Takes. Knight back, knight here. I want to see the evaluation. I'm not sure if viewers can see that in the chat. Or sorry, if viewers can see the evaluation, but whatever, I'll set that up later. It's pretty even so far. Bishop out, makes sense. Bishop here. c6. Long castles. d5. Okay. Yeah, super aggressive. Okay, hold on. What's the trap? Takes. Okay, so the bishop's pinned. So yeah, if he were to take, that's a huge blunder right away. I don't want to mess with your study, so I'll just trust. So if takes, then we can take the queen. The bishop's pinned, so it's actually checkmate in one. Okay. Bishop e6. Bishop goes back. Knight d7. And I'm assuming, like, as black, probably these guys are playing these moves only out of intuition. Like, there's no way that this person, I wouldn't think, unless they're really strong, there's no way that they're like, oh yeah, it's the Yurosov gambit, I've seen this before. I highly doubt that on move 11, they're like, I know what to do here. But as white, that's what's cool about gambit lines. Yeah, you can't see the eval bar. I could set it up, but I'm too lazy. No, I'll do it. I'll do it. It'll be easy, actually. 1 sec here. Let's just move this a wee bit up. And there's the eval bar. It's not very visible because that's just how Lee chess is, but whatever. Okay. So there's the eval bar. Lots of activity is white. Agreed. The main line is the best setup for black. Yeah. Okay, so here. Jeez. And now white is actually slightly better. That's crazy. So the rook, like, this is not actually threatening anything. The rook's undefended. Would not have thought of sacking the rook, that's for sure. Oh, maybe I would. Maybe I would with a bishop. Yeah. Okay. Takes, check. King here. I'm trying to, like, see if I can. Well, it can't be anything here. This is far too defended. Sacking the bishop doesn't seem to work. Jumping the knight in is just a blunder. I don't actually know. Yeah, very not obvious. Well, kind of obvious, I guess. Attacking the pawn. Threatening mate. Oh, actually, yeah, wow. Because if he pushes, even then, if he pushes queen here, he can't really do anything. Ah, I see the threat. It's not so obvious as for black to see this. Like, at first glance, you're just like, oh, okay, the pawn on e6 is undefended, but it's okay. Like, he'll be able to defend it. He literally can't. He can't move the king forward here. These pieces are defending f6 really well, but they're, like, congesting everything. There's literally no way for him to defend it. And you still don't take it. Because why? Because takes queen here. Okay, so rook here. He pushes. Oh, dear lord. Knight back. Okay. This is a slow burner. What? What is this? Who would ever take that? Are we threatening something like so crazy that black would just take the bishop? Okay. Interesting. All right. Yeah, I mean, from this position, I feel like even if you got to this position, the rest of the game could just play out. You're just trying to go for mate. Because how much are we up in material here? I don't know if it says that on lead chest, does it? What's up, Kapukich? Welcome, welcome. Hi, sweet. Well, hello, sweet. Oh my gosh, my little cat is sleeping next to me and he's fucking adorable. Okay. So that's the Urasov Gambit. And then there's different variants. So this probably have different variants in this study alone, I imagine, right? Yeah, there's all this stuff. So if we jump, like, what if knight c5 here? Okay. Urasov Gambit variants. Interesting. Yeah, this would be a pretty tempting move as black, I'd imagine. Oh, very aggressive. Interesting. Black is slightly better for the moment, but... Okay. Yeah, I mean, this looks like already you're getting some, not compensation. What's the word I'm looking for? Momentum, whatever. Okay, you get the pawn. Knight goes back. Pawn c4, castles. Knight c3. White is still pretty equal, like nothing is crazy yet. Are there any like crazy trap lines? I let the engine run for the long depth, and that was its line. Okay. Are there any like crazy trap lines where it's just immediate like mate in 1 or mate in 2 or 3 or something? Because this looks like fun to play, but also a good amount of like you have to memorize a good amount of stuff, and black can just play like logical moves. You know, because like throughout the most of this, technically black is slightly better. I'm assuming if we keep following this line. Yeah, because here black is still slightly better. They're marked with the question marks. Oh, yeah, okay, okay. So, oh yeah, there's lots of stuff here. Okay, so for example, here, if he goes bishop c5, it's just straight up a blunder. Yeah. So I'm assuming for blitz and bullet, this is really useful. Like, bishop c5, immediately lost. Like, if you're high enough rating, this is pretty much like you just lose the game. Bishop c5, so tempting. Wow. Wait, what? Isn't this this isn't like a Traxler. No. I haven't played e4 in so long. No, this is not at all the same. Okay, so here, bishop c5, queen e4. Like, what if he just... Yeah, okay, what if he just takes? You just move up. Castles. Knight out. Oh, God. It's a slow burner. And then you win the knight. Is the knight trapped? It is. The knight is trapped, I see. And then the bishop is therefore threatened. You can just straight up sack the queen at this point and you're better. Because let's see, there's yeah. So you basically have hold on, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Wait, what? 4. Okay, 4 minor pieces and then 2 rooks. 2 rooks. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so that's the... Here, if knight... Oola. Okay. Super tempting move, I assume. Wait, where's the... I want to see the queen move. Okay, so here... If knight takes... No, knight takes. Okay, so if knight takes knight takes e4. Pawn takes. Bishop out is a blunder, but there's queen h4. I have queen h4. Bishop here. What? Wait, why would he play this? The knight is not yet trapped. Okay. Interesting, interesting. What are some other ones? Knight takes d5, which comes from what? Knight takes d5. So takes here. No, it's not this line. I don't know how the Lee chess study works yet, but okay, so knight takes d5, takes, knight out, and then c4. c5, sorry, c5, castles, d5, takes, knight takes d5, which is very tempting. Knight g5. Wow. Knight takes, king takes, queen check, bishop takes. Yeah, this is like just kinds of the positions that you would not see in from a London system. It's just so aggressive. This is like so e4. I put the best line for black as main line. I like it. Thank you for sharing. I'm not going to go through all of your repertoire, number one, because, like, well, because it's your own personal repertoire. You shouldn't show it to everyone. Let's see how many of these I know and I don't know. If you, to answer your question earlier, how many, like, openings do I know? So yeah, I know I at least know the bishop opening. If someone played it, I'd be like, oh, this is the bishop opening. How well would I play against it? Like, not well, because, well, I'm not a e4, e5 player anymore, but bishop opening I know. Italian, I'm assuming it's just an Italian opening, but like the specific variations, yes, I know a good amount of them. Italian opening, Italian, Sicilian d4, queen e3. Interesting. I know the Sicilian, obviously, but I don't know this. That looks like so funky. It's like a Scandinavian. This white. Can't say I know that variant. Sicilian d4. Or sorry, d5. No, d4 variants. Okay, Sicilian, French, classical. Yeah, I mean, I know the French, but I know some lines in the French. I'm switching the music. This is annoying me now. One sec, guys. French. Yes, I know the French. I know the caro, kann, Botnovic. Scandinavian, of course. I should know that. I used to be a queen takes. I am a Scandinavian player, but I only played knight f6 variation now. Scandinavian line, Scandinavian modern. Oh, this is the modern, right? Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Ooh, this is interesting. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, the bishop c5 line is supposed to be like one of the more dangerous lines to play against as the Scandinavian. And you go here, and then yeah, here, and then back. I just played this today, actually. Messing around on my phone. Yeah, it's so weird. And then g4, and then bishop back. Knight out. Takes. It's interesting seeing this from the white perspective. It's really interesting, actually. Okay, cool. So Scandinavian, Philidor. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen the Philidor. Nimzovich, yep. Vaguely know the Nimzovich. The Alekine's defense, or the Alekine exchange. Yeah, Alekine is just weird. So I know the general opening, but I wouldn't be able to play very well against it. Perk. Modern, I know that. Owen defense, I know that. Zuckertort. Oh, okay, yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Anti-London. What is this? Does this says white or is... I'm assuming it says black. Yeah, this is annoying to play against. Let's see. Knight c6 right away. Does this work if you just go e3 right away, though? These are as black? Yeah, I assume these ones were as black. Marshall Gambit. Grub. Yeah. Ooh. The Polish orangutan. I don't know that exact one. I know, like, all of these to some extent, but not very, like, deeply, I would say. Especially because most of these are e4, e5. Not all of them. Oh. It's cool. Well, here, I'll show you if you ever play against a Scandinavian. How about this? Because you have a Scandinavian study. This is my Scandinavian repertoire. I don't mind sharing it either because I'm a streamer and because honestly, like if any of my over the board if any of my over the board opponents like know me enough or care enough to like watch my videos, sweet. I don't think that I'm that well known. I know I have some people, but these are my Scandinavian traps. I love this opening, but it really does take some dedication to make it into like a lethal weapon. All right. I know these better than the London system traps, but it's just a matter of how many lines deep, like how many moves deep I know it. Portuguese variation is my absolute favorite. Starts with d4, bishop g4, and then pretty much everything else is boring other than f3. f3, bishop here, c4, and these moves are almost always played. And then e6. This starts like really starts, I think, the Portuguese variation because you also have the Icelandic gambit, I think. Let me think here. No, here takes. Geez, the Icelandic gambit as c. Hold on one sec. c6. No, it's still the. Well, whatever. The Icelandic gambit is another similar gambit. Really, it looks weird. You bring the knight out, you let them take. They're thinking, oh my god, what the hell is black doing? And then there's tons of different variations here. But like obviously d5 is tempting. d5. You guys can't see this yet. You know what? Here we're just gonna do this. How about this? Duplicate eval. So you guys can see the eval bar and stuff. Okay, sorry. This is let's make this a wee bit smaller. Okay. That looks acceptable enough. Okay. Black's already winning. Surprisingly enough, after d takes e6, it's even. Knight c6. If white takes, which is so tempting, it's like, well, we're not winning yet, but if you're not careful, you're pretty much like losing. So d5, knight b4, Pretty much knight a3 is forced because we're threatening the fork. And then bishop c5. You basically have to start covering up the king because the rook's going to come over. So again, black's already basically winning here, but it's just a matter of, for me at least, memorizing theory. If someone falls into this trap, like if I lose, shame on me. It's my own fault. Rook over to e8. And then there's lots of different lines here, but let's just do bishop g5. Tempting. It's actually a blunder or a mistake, because you have this. If I can remember, so bishop takes, and I think we take the knight. The knight takes on d5. Nope, I'm wrong. Bishop d3. Not really worried about this because now we're threatening to essentially win the queen. Bishop d3, he can't take because of the knight. So the best he can do is just throw in bishop takes on f6. Takes. King f2. And then bishop takes e2 is best. So yeah, like at this point, king f2, white is up material, but why bishop? Why not rook takes? No, rook takes. Come on. Rook takes e2 is what I would play. And then if they sack the queen, then fine. Like, oh, it's actually mate in 5. Rook e8. Do I have this saved? I don't. What the hell? Rook e8 check. Let's just say king here. Queen b2 check. King here. And then rook e2 is the forcing line. And no matter what they do, checkmate. That's one line. So that's kind of like if bishop blocks, and then you have other lines though. Let's say here you have bishop e3. This one's played more often than not, I would say. Bishop e4 check. No matter what they do, you're just like getting the bishop out so you can bring the rook over to e8. These are super deadly. These are so fun and super deadly. I cannot emphasize enough, like, man, the Scandinavian is so fun to play. There's a couple lines though, like the really solid lines. If they don't play the Portuguese variation, like there's some lines that are just boring and you're just kind of slightly worse as black. It's not awful, but like it's not like this. Rook e8, queen d2. Here it's really funny. You actually take with a queen. I remember this line up until at least I would still be able to play this. So queen takes, because bishop can't take. If the queen takes, like you're trading queens, but man, white is in so much trouble still. Like the minor pieces are about to slaughter the white king. We don't even need the queen anymore. And then I stopped the analysis here. But let's just say, okay, so long castles. Let's just say long castles. Long castles. Rook takes e3, so we're just up a piece. And now we're winning in terms of material, but also in terms of initiative. That's the word I was looking for earlier, initiative. Rook takes. Okay, we're not really up in terms of material. Bishop takes c3. Takes. Rook 88. Yeah, I mean, this looks like pretty good. The white is just too far behind in development. Rook d2. Wait, what? Rook d2. Rook e1 check. King here is forced. Rook f1 check. King here. It's not mate yet. Rook e6. But we're threatening it. c5. Rook takes f1. Yeah, this is winning. We just take the bishop and now we're up in material and threatening mate. Good enough. I'll have to save this. And then, okay, so that's a bishop blocks. Damn it. Knight out. Ah, it's not working. Sorry, guys. There's bishop e3, queen b3. So there's queen b3. just a straight up blunder. Queen b3. Yeah, queen b3 is just like not really a move. Knight e2 is a move. Knight e2, knight b4, knight e3. This is, yeah, this gets really fun. Let me think. Knight d3 check. The king only has one square to go to. King d2. He could take the knight, but then you're just winning. Bishop b4 check, and now it's mate. He could, no, he would block with the knight. Let's just say he blocks with the knight. Queen d4. Which is, I haven't actually saved this. Queen d4, knight c2, queen f4, check, force the king over. That's a really good move. You would think it'd be like one of the rooks check, but it's actually what? Knight c1 check. I'm just going to say they would probably offer to trade the queens. Then rook h to e1 check, king here, for example. Knight g4, wait, no, knight g4 check. He can't take. If he goes here, he's mated, right? Bishop c5 checkmate. And if he goes here, it's checkmate. Anyways, that's the Portuguese variation. There's other variations as well, but another really good one is knight c3 is boring as hell. There's like the really boring variations are knight c3. Like literally everyone below 1900, 1800 ELO plays this. They're just like, nah, knight c3. And I don't even think it's like necessarily the best to play as white. Actually, it's not. Because you can have an advantage out of the opening as white here. But that's going to be the knight c3 line. Knight c3 and it's, or no, sorry, knight f3. Knight f3 and it's like, okay, great. This is just going to be a boring game. I actually play knight takes d5 instead, but it's just like boring. Boring positional with a slight disadvantage as black. But there's also the c4. The c4 line has some really fun traps as well. Oh, right. I try to avoid boring lines. I do too. I do too. This is the Icelandic gambit. So it actually starts from c4. So similar idea, but c4 and then e6. Similar idea. Icelandic gambit. You take with a bishop though. I actually don't play this. I maybe should. I don't know. Maybe I should, but I think my coach had recommended c6 rather. So I play c6. Takes. They literally almost always take. Pretty typical. You're just gambiting the pawn for fast development. Black is up in development. And we're down a pawn, but we're probably going to win that pawn back. Knight c3, and then e5. And like literally this is how it goes. Pretty much every, like 70% of games I would say go like this. Knight c3, e5, d3, e4, takes. And then here is where it's like, what is white going to do? I've had a couple, or at least one classical game like this. Unfortunately, I lost, and it taught me a hard lesson. But this is like really fun, and black is already slightly better. So here you have, if bishop out, bishop f5, you're basically just getting ready to long castle. Bishop f5, knight b to d2, played very often. Long castles. The king could stay in the pin, but probably doesn't want to. So he slides the king over. c1. Takes first. Knight takes. Knight b4. Not obvious. Like we're threatening, what we're threatening is knight c2. But it's kind of weird because just knight c2 and then like, for example, I think takes. But knight b4. Bishop takes a7. Immediately loses. It's pretty tempting, I would say. But knight, bishop takes a7, loses on the spot. Knight c2, the rook moves over. And then you don't, like, you're actually not really going for any fancy discover discovered attack, you're adding to the attack. So bishop b4, we're threatening the knight now. So pretty much all of this is forced. And then knight moves out of the way. Fair enough. Now, like, yo, your king is toast. Like, if you know how to play this, I mean, look at the activity of the pieces here. This is like seriously maximum activity. This knight is an absolute monster, defended by the bishop, who is also an absolute monster. This bishop, pretty good himself. And then the two rooks on the open files. Nothing for white to do here. Like, there is no way white is even going to start attacking your king. You just have to not mess this up. A3, and now it's forced mate. This is super, super tempting too, right? Like A3, get this bishop out of here. A3, and then bishop, if I remember, bishop D2 check. You sacrifice the bishop. Knight takes. And then you have checkmate on E1. That's one of the lines from this, the forced checkmates, the checkmate lines. But like, yeah, he doesn't have to play king C1. There's other lines here. He doesn't have to play knight b to d2 either. Let's see here. Takes. See, this is weird because I don't see all the other variants of this line. I'll have to build that up again. They almost always take here, but anyways, I'm gonna have to expand on this. This will be fun. I'm gonna like start preparing for some of my other over the board matches, and like what I like doing is just whipping out my actual chessboard, and God, it's so fun. Like, my camera's over here so that I can capture everything in the background, but I almost never am looking this way. I have my second screen over here. Yeah, I'll like whip out my chessboard and my little laptop and just go over these lines and build on them and practice them. And I haven't done that in quite a while now. And so the over the board games I've been playing have been like, okay, but it really does feel nice when you go into a game like feeling sharp, you know, like, okay, what are they going to play? If they play this, I know what to do. I know I'm going to play this. Of course, it doesn't guarantee you a win, but yeah. And pretty soon, man, I'm going to change openings. I'm getting kind of bored of playing the same openings, but I didn't because I wanted to reach 2000 elo, and changing openings didn't make sense. Now I don't really give a shit. 2000 elo, whatever elo, I don't really care. So I think soon I'll change. But guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm tired and sick. I'm sick and tired, even though it's a Friday night. Before I end the stream, I appreciate everyone watching. The chestnut down below. If you guys are wanting to buy electronic chessboard, you can use those promo codes down below. 30% discount. It's the best they'll ever have for the Evo. The Evo board is actually what's right behind me. And then you have a 20% discount worldwide. Use my codes if you want to help me out. That'd be nice. What else? I'm going to continue streaming. There'll be more streams. We're going to go through, build up your chess. Like, I don't know. I could start a couple of these, but I'm so freaking tired. There's different mating combinations, it looks like, to begin with, which is cool. Oh, it's just like tons of puzzles, which, yeah, of course, like that's probably the most productive thing, but yeah, we're gonna go through some chess books that I have together during the stream, during videos, and y'all can kind of go through them with me, learn with me. I've had, for the record, just so you guys know, the reason I got this book was I watched some YouTube short where, what's up, Sebastian? How you doing? I watched some YouTube short where this guy, I can't remember who it was asking like 6 different grandmasters. I believe they were all grandmasters. What was the biggest, like, I think it was like, what was the biggest elo jump that they ever made? What was the biggest rating progress they ever made, and how, and like what caused that? And one of the GMs, I think it was a GM, it might have been an international master, whatever, it doesn't matter, said that he gained like 300 or maybe 400 points. It was at least 300 over the board points in a single year, something like that. And he like attributed it solely to this book. He's like, yeah, the Tigersprung, because it's like Tigers, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like the German pronunciation. Books. And so like that's pretty crazy. Yeah, I'm ending the stream anyways, but good to see you, brother. I am doing all right. I'm tired and sick, but so yeah, this book, this Grandmaster said literally helped him gain like 300 or 400 ELO points. And I've heard only like, I think it has crazy good reviews. That it's, I think, regarded as one of the best chess books there is. And then we also have, in case you guys are interested, we're starting with that one through popular vote. And then I have a friend that, or my brother-in-law gifted me some other books. We have Weapons of Chess. Weapons of Chess. Don't really know general chess strategy. And then there's Chess Openings and Traps. That's surely going to be interesting. I don't know how old these books are. They're probably not super new, but 202 openings with traps. Chess Openings and Traps. More chessercises, checkmates. So there'll be checkmate patterns, I assume. And then, last but not least, the ideas behind the chess openings. I didn't name any of these authors, but whatever. We're going to go through these. I'm going to go through these. My thinking is that if I go through these and manage to actually like go through all these books, study openings, do my puzzles, practice my end games, that some pretty crazy progress can actually happen. So, all right, guys, I do appreciate y'all. I appreciate you. I do. My stream schedule is now up. I'm going to try to stick to it. You have my stream schedule on Twitch. If you guys haven't already, check out the Kick channel. There's Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. I will be streaming on all of them. And thanks for popping in. Raxus, you're the man. You're like the man of the night. There you go. We'll see if we can get back. At one point, I definitely had more viewers with the streams, but like, what do you expect when you just disappear for 3 months or more? Anyways, have a good night, guys. It's Friday. Enjoy your weekends. And I might be streaming tomorrow, but anyways, enjoy your weekends. See ya.